Hello, everybody, and welcome back once more to Anime Yay or Nay. I'm TheOutbackAl.
I'm Yin&Jung.
I'm NV Jitters.
And that's it. Not a lot of people came today, but that's okay. It's been a long week. I gotta be real with you, and I apologize that I've been getting episodes out later and later than I intend to. It's been a lot lately. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about there's a season 2 of Netflix's live-action One Piece that came out last month. And we were doing other things that we regret doing last month. So now this month we're going to do something that we actually wanted to do. So, yeah. So we've all seen through season 1. And at this point, have we all watched everything from season 2 at this point?
Yeah, I binged it in like a couple days.
I gotta be real. So we normally only do like, oh yeah, you have to watch the first 3 episodes. Or if it's a longer show, hey, only watch the first and second or something. At this point, I think we could just talk about the whole thing if we need to.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down for that. That's cool. So overall, yeah, it's fine. I
mean,
I just don't have a lot of fan for I'll say this: it's as good as the first season.
Yeah. I mentioned this last time we were talking about it. I'm obviously not a One Piece fan. The only thing of One Piece I've seen were the 6 episodes we watched for the Shonen Showdown a couple years ago.
Same.
But I will say, I've been interested in the world of One Piece through nerd osmosis, but obviously it's such a deep hill to get into at this point if you've never seen it. If you even ignore the movies, it's over 1,000. And even if you take out the filler, that's still hundreds of episodes to watch, or hundreds of chapters to read for the manga. So it's definitely a big commitment. But I will say this, watching this, I love this season, and I know there's some purists out there that do have complaints with the show compared to the manga or anime, but as far as someone who's going into this basically completely blind, I enjoyed the hell out of it. It makes me invested in the world of One Piece to where I'm ready for the reboot by Wood Studio in the future, and I'm definitely going to watch this series for how long they want to keep it going.
I feel you on that. I think the number one thing that I do feel watching the show is I should just watch One Piece, like the show. I'm not even going to wait for a reboot. I think I actually should commit to like just... Because if I watch like a couple episodes a week, I'll eventually catch up in like a year or two. Like it'll happen, probably.
Yeah. I know there's charts out there that fans have made to say, okay, these are the episodes that are from the manga. These are good filler episodes. These are bad filler episodes. Oh, yeah. And then I know there's some people that complain about the pacing of the show, and like there's people that say skip to this point in the episode if you want to avoid the recap.
Okay, I'm not gonna go that deep, but that kind of reminds me. Do you remember when we watched Naruto and we were like, all right, let's see what the filler arcs are and whatnot? Like for the most part, Naruto was fine because it was like most of the first half of the show is fine. They're a little bit lengthy on some of the episodes because they redo some stuff, but like yeah, I was hearing that like One Piece, the anime, is like 10 to 12% filler, which is better than a lot of long-running shonen.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I might just look into that and whatnot, because I feel like if I was going to have one complaint, and I wish Kozi was here, because then we'd know for sure, I do feel like maybe these storylines are a little rushed, and it was probably more fleshed out in the extremely long book and show.
Yeah, I went on the wiki, and yeah, each episode or two adapts a different arc, and depending on what they are, they range in the manga from like 20 to 30 chapters, and then in the anime it varies. Like the last arc of the season was like I think 30 chapters, I want to say.
Okay, that sounds about right. I mean, like we got a lot out of that. I do think that was. If we're talking about how they broke everything down, the stuff on Chopper Island or whatever his island place was the longest for it. And I do think they did a good job. I think that the Chopper's origin episode in this season is probably the best episode. It actually kind of hit me a little bit, and I'm like, oh, dang.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I agree. That one's the best to me.
Yeah. But overall, like, I feel like last time I was like, with season 1, I was like, I'm really into this. I was really having a lot of fun. And I think... I don't know, I guess it just didn't elevate from season 1 too much, so I don't have a ton to be hyped about necessarily. I will say, you know what, I'm never going to complain about just adding more and more hot people to the cast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, everyone's good looking in this cast.
Yep. Even the people who aren't good looking, well, they're kind of good looking. And the people who are good looking, they're good looking.
Well, yeah, it's like spoiler alert. Joe Manganiello plays Crocodile. It's like
Yep.
they purposely made him ugly because otherwise he'd be too hot.
He was ugly? What are you talking about?
Well, okay, uglier compared to what he normally looks like in real life.
I don't really think you can make that man ugly. I think you'd be hard pressed to make anyone in this cast look ugly. They gave what's his face, the guy who plays Sanji, the worst haircut, and he's still hot as fuck.
Oh yeah, Taz Skylar. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I will say I don't know if you saw this, but the guy that plays Smoker, he looks like he could be Henry Cavill's brother. Like, at least to me.
I mean, maybe. He definitely did not audition for One Piece. He was looking to get a part in like a live-action Devil May Cry. I don't know about if anyone else felt that way. the open jacket, abs, sword on the back, and just like, you dropped your ice cream. Get another scoop on me.
Yeah.
Like, would you have been a better Dante than Johnny Young Bosch? It's an interesting thought.
Well, I mean, it's a voice role versus a live action role. So.
I know. I didn't particularly enjoy that adaptation. Well, maybe I'll go watch the other one at some point and see if that's any good. But yeah,
I don't know. But going back to what you said about not in scale, I respectfully disagree. I think they upped the stakes a little bit because like it's them going into the Grand Line for the first time, and like literally their first moment in the Grand Line. They get their ship swallowed up by a giant whale, and then they deal with a giant bounty hunting ninja pirate organization, or whatever you want to call Baroque works.
Assassin, crew, criminal, mafia, I have no idea. I'm sure if I actually like knew One Piece, I would know a lot more about like how they do their thing and whatnot.
Because I thought the tension was palpable the entire season. Like, I liked each of the Baroque work pairs, and I liked each of their dynamics. Like, and like, it definitely tests your limit of absurdity. Because if you can get through this season, you can probably get through any live action adaptation of an anime.
I will say that I do think that on some level, this one does go a little more ridiculous than I think a lot others have. A lot of others are like, try to go kind of tame with it. So I will always give this One Piece one a little more points for being like, no, let's go as crazy as possible. I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the creator of the series kind of has final say on a lot of stuff. And
yeah,
he's the I think I saw someone, I don't know who it was quoting, but like someone was like, yeah, no. We come to him with a script, and he's like, no, put that back in. And they're like, we don't have the money. He's like, you're going to find the money. And then we find the money.
I remember he was shown an original design for Chopper that looked kind of like realistic.
Oh god, they were going to ugly Sonic.
They were going to ugly Sonic it. And then like Oda said, no, you have to make him look like a plushie. And then they fixed it.
He's fucking adorable.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
The original was weird looking.
And if you want to look something up, I'm going to throw out the person voicing not Chopper himself in this, but the person voicing Chopper, also hot addition to the cast. I'm just going to say.
Yeah, you don't even see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michaela Hoover, yeah.
She was the, for those of you who don't know who this person is, she works with James Gunn quite a bit, and she was Cat Grant, the blonde with the glasses in the Superman movie. Fucking hot, man. What the hell? Even when you can't see them, they're all hot.
And she was Floor in Guardians 3.
Yep.
But, what was I going to say?
I don't know, something about hot people? How about hot people kicking and slicing through T-Rexes? I love the ridiculousness of this world a little bit. I think my complaint of, like, it's going fast, I want to sit in it more. And I think that's why I need to go actually read or watch the show.
Yeah. I mean, the whole island arc, where they go into the prehistoric era, I thought that was probably my favorite arc of the season, besides the Syrup Island arc, because it just the insanity of, like you said, the giants. Like, the two giants were amazing.
I want to hang with the giants.
Yeah, exactly. It's like they battled for over like 300 years or something like that. They don't know why. They just forgot. It's like, and they finally figured it out at the end of the arc.
No, yeah, it's a lot of fun stuff. That's just like, and I'm like, have this for an hour, or I could have it for 30 episodes. I'm starting to think maybe I should lean towards 30 episodes. Again, Kozi's not here. We can't get into like what's the differences and like how the characterization is. That being said, everyone's still fun.
Well, I will say the biggest thing that I've heard from people is Sanji. Like, in the original manga and anime, he's kind of a a perv, to put it lightly.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, he's just suave and charming.
He's
like,
the hottest
I think,
person.
Yeah.
I know
like,
you're a Zoro
like
person, but yeah.
Yeah, I do prefer Zoro. But yeah, the differences with Sanji are probably the most obvious. I have read some of the manga, so I do know like some of the characterization from how it is in the original. And I think we all watched a few episodes of the original anime, but
we didn't get to Sanji though.
Yeah, we didn't get to Sanji, but yeah, he definitely is like hard eyes over Nami a lot more, and he does flirt with like all the female cast way more than in this. I think he subtly flirts sometimes here, but it's not as overt.
No,
I think it would feel weird as like a human being. As an anime character, we're used to that, but a human doing that would be kind of awful.
Yeah, you start seeing a human do that, and you're like, "Where's HR?"
Yeah, I think it would feel weird, too exaggerated.
Like Taz Skylar, like, it's his accent. Like, Taz Skylar's accent. Like, he's, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting charmed by him watching the show.
It's the everything. What the hell? And then you find out he can actually do the fighting stuff, and he actually got Beybladed around for the spin kick thing, and he can cook. Oh my God. Henry Cavill got to run for your money. My God.
Yeah. I mean, not only did Taz Skylar, perform all his stunts, but so did, I'm gonna butcher his name. Is it Makiniru?
Makenyo.
The guy that plays Zoro. Makenyo.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
I knew I was going to butcher it.
He's been doing, like, what, martial arts since he was 2?
Yeah,
Man knows what he's
done
doing.
A lot of, like, Japanese anime movies.
I'm going to throw
live
this...
action ones.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think that he had the most improvement as far as acting goes, because his comedic timing is getting a lot better. Some of his line reads actually really got me a few times.
Like, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but one of the jokes that they made was a Monster House reference, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you win.
Yeah, I feel like, and I do like it because it's one of those characters, like, he's clearly the archetype of, like, the man of few words. But if he talks enough, it's gonna start getting funny.
I will say, too, the sequence where he fights the 100 assassins, that was probably not only my favorite scene of the season, but, like, that was probably one of the most impressive fight scenes of any production, TV, or movie otherwise I've seen in a long time. Like, I was on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Have you seen Kill Bill?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna sit you down to watch Kill Bill. You're gonna love the crazy
I know what scene you're talking about.
Yeah, they did it in Jujutsu Kaisen, didn't they?
Yes.
I mean, that's what it reminded me of, which I'm not gonna complain about. It's an amazing sequence. But yeah,
it was cool. I like those kind of fight scenes the best in this show, where it's just, for instance, Zoro fighting somebody with his sword. Some of the fight scenes, like Luffy versus Smoker for a half second, like that, like, some feel kind of weird to me. Like, they're just standing in place, and I can imagine that it was more dynamic as an anime or as a manga. It just feels kind of awkward sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's when you have powers that are like that, and it's like, it'd be one thing if you could do them practically, and it probably would feel a little more something, but you can't.
Right. So I think the Zoro fight scene is an example of the best that they did, but I think that the Smoker and Luffy one felt kind of awkward. There are a few that feel kind of awkward, but I think it's a limitation of converting an anime style to live action, where it is very hard when Luffy uses his powers, I think, for it to look serious,
Yeah.
I also kind of felt that way when 3 was using his wax powers. Like, it's a cool power, but you can definitely tell it's like the birthday cake was practical, but like when he shoots the wax from his fingers, that was obviously CG, and it's not great CG either.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like okay, but
I mean, props to David Desmalchin for wearing the hair and everything.
Oh, he's just a weird guy. He had so much fun on those shoots.
I will say, I'm glad that they keep all the costumes and stuff very close to the anime. They aren't afraid of it just to look wacky.
They wouldn't get to do it because otherwise Oda would be like, nope, put it back in. Put the weird shit back in.
Right. I remember
people are here for the weird shit.
It was like freezing, and the actors too. It was like freezing cold on set, and the Nami actress insisted on still wearing like her iconic mini skirts because she knew fans want to see her look like Nami, So
I love seeing her in a mini skirt.
But either way, you know what I mean. mean, she is hot too, but
Yeah, everyone's hot.
but still, it's like you can see it's very like their commitment to the designs is very different from, say, Cowboy Bebop, which just butchered it. And I'm glad that they're committed to making it look as much like the anime as possible, though sometimes it looks wonky or it's not as good as it could be. I can see that they're trying, which I appreciate.
Production design was not the worst part of Cowboy Bebop. That would be the writing.
No, the writing, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
I
it was
think
still bad.
I compliment some bits of the production design for Cowboy Bebop. Some.
Like, what?
They got the spaceships right.
Yeah, okay.
Jet looked good.
Yeah.
I think Jet's the only thing that I'm like, other than a lot of his dialogue here and there, Jet was the only part that I was like, okay, this is about right.
But you know what I mean? Where it seemed like they were very stuck on, like, we need to cover up Faye and stuff like that, instead of just making her look like Faye.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that with One Piece, they want them to look like the characters, I guess.
I think...
Well, I will say that... go ahead, sorry.
I think that part of it that helps it along, and might even help with, like, you know, sometimes the CGI is not the best, is that out the gate, we're aware that this is gonna be weird. We're not even gonna try to take it too seriously.
Yeah.
We're gonna, like, because I think a lot of times if you try to take something seriously out the gate and then you get weird, it's like, okay, well, this is a tone shift. No. We set the tone out the gate. This is gonna be weird and you're gonna like it.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, it's much easier to go along with the weirder it gets.
They commit to adapting Oda's work, and it's genuine. The showrunners of the show are fans. Ineki Godoy, the guy that plays Monkey, he's a massive fan. Like, he met Oda and the Japanese actress that has voiced him for, you know, over 20, 30 years at this point. So he knows this, like, and like, nothing for nothing. Like, Ineki Godoy, like, he's definitely having the most fun. Like, he would, like, you could tell Oda picked the right guy to play Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, overall, that, again, not only in the cast hot, they work in their roles. From what I know of these characters, I need to, maybe I'd feel different if I was 1,000 episodes deep in the other one, but I don't know.
I think they fit for the most part. I mean, from what I've read, I do think they fit. I think they are slightly altered versions, but I think the alterations work for live action. I do think, you know, they are all a little bit more animated in the manga. They are a little bit more out there. I mean, Sanji's the easiest example, but they're all a little bit more excessive. But I think for what they were doing for the live action, which is still zany, but has to feel real, I think that they chose good people and that they fit. I don't know if you guys saw that little video that they did. That was all of the Japanese voice actors saying, like, their lines, and then they're going in a circle. That was pretty cute.
They do good promotional work. These people, they all seem to work very well together.
They have a good dynamic. Yeah.
That probably it helps. Like, you have, like, a cast. You have to have a good chemistry. You're all stuck on a boat together for the entire series.
And I think the people they added this time around, like Robin, I think was really good. I liked her as an addition, and it'll be nice to see her development throughout. I liked Vivi a lot as well.
The Yo-Yo Master. Sorry, I remember this old. It's from a really old movie. It was a meme for like 2 seconds, like a decade ago. Who was like,
I want to be a yo-yo man, he cried. Make me a yo-yo man. But the yo-yo master did not answer. He just kept on yoing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But every time I see someone like fight with a yo-yo, I'm like, it's the Yo-Yo Master. He just kept yoing.
Yeah. I will say, out of all the characters, I would say, I do like Zoro in the show. I will admit, every time I watch this live action, I feel like Zoro's a little different compared to the anime. I feel like Zoro in the anime is a little bit more livelier and a little more upbeat compared to this counterpart. I noticed that a little bit. It doesn't ruin it for me, but like, I feel like every other character is tweaked well enough for live action, but I feel like Zoro would be a little too different for some people, probably.
Yeah,
besides,
fair.
You know, obviously Sanji. But I think Sanji might be a little bit better in the live action.
Hey man, it's working for me. I will say this. I feel like maybe Nami had more of a character last season because we actually had an arc for her and whatnot. Now she sort of just feels like group mom who's like, I left you alone for 5 minutes.
That's fair, yeah. She got reduced a little bit.
A little bit.
I mean, she is the group mom because, Luffy is, Luffy. Zoro and Sanji want to kill each other, and Usopp he's somewhat responsible, but he's also like, if I leave him alone for a few minutes, he's gonna be gone too. So
I don't seek the shenanigans, they find me. Well, you're still
Exactly.
in shenanigans.
So that's why whenever Vivi comes aboard, she's like, finally another woman on board.
I was kind of hoping she was also going to be crazy. But, you know what? I think her storyline's a little bit more serious because, like, all the stuff going on with, like, the various islands, and there's problems with, like, the political structures of things, and things are not good, and she's got to help.
The next season will be set in Alabasta and deal with all that.
Are they? I assume it's a longer arc.
Yeah.
Are we thinking that's going to be like
the
whole
entire
season? Or?
Yeah, they already confirmed
All right.
that next season 3 will come out next year in 2027, and it'll strictly be the Alabaster arc.
I think I might like that a little bit better than this, because I feel like that will give us a lot of time to really like dig into something. One of the reasons I like Chopper's arc in this series is because it was multiple episodes and we had a lot more going on. I do feel a little bit like my problem with this season might have been everything feels like we're going to a place, but we're not getting there yet. But I do feel like last season we were going places, but we also got to places, if that makes sense. So this feels like a little bit like a transition season.
Well, I will say, I'm looking up the One Piece wiki right now. Season 1 covered the East Blue saga, whereas Season 2 and then Season 3 will cover the Arabasta saga.
Yeah.
So, and Arabasta arc is 63 chapters in the manga and 39 episodes in the anime. So
okay. Yeah, that sounds about like breaks down how they've been doing things, I think. It feels like. So, yeah. I think overall, I don't know. I might have liked, from a story perspective, Season 1 maybe better. But Season 2 has more hot people. It's a tough...
It evens out in the end.
It evens out a little bit in the end. I think overall I'm liking where they're going with it. So, yeah.
They also did confirm that Oda knows when he's going to end this live action, because he actually said it's going to have a definitive ending and it won't run the same length as the anime. So
okay,
he hasn't revealed it yet, because Oda,
yeah.
He's going to be mysterious, but he did say that he knows how long he's going to want the show to run.
So it was like 12 seasons, right?
That feels like enough.
I think that's what he said. I would be interested if it ends before the manga, and it's like Game of Thrones. Hopefully not exactly like Game of Thrones where it drops the ball.
Here's the thing. I don't think that could happen. I think they know what they're doing at this point. Now, I could be wrong, because they knew what they were doing.
I didn't mean like Game of Thrones like it'd be bad. I meant like Game of Thrones like it finishes before the books.
I have a theory they might adapt up until the time skip.
Because that could be interesting.
Because there's obviously there's in the manga and in the anime I don't know what happens obviously, but there's a time skip and everyone changes design.
I am
like,
aware
every
that
character
it's like a 2 or 3 year kind of thing.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm wondering if they would just be like, what if we like do everyone's makeup to try to make them keep staying young? And then, like, in 6 years from now, we'll actually, like, let them look a little bit older for the time skip.
I don't think they're gonna change that much in 6 years. Like, they're already all adults.
I know that they're already all adults, so they're not, like, it's not gonna be as rapid as, like, the Percy Jackson thing.
Or, like, have you seen Aang, live action Aang?
I have not. I'm not.
It's like Percy Jackson.
I'm not, like, looking forward to the next season that much.
Yeah, well,
I'm not super happy.
The actor for Aang in the live action hit puberty, so thankfully they filmed seasons 2 and 3 back to back, so that way they don't have to worry about, which they probably should have done that from the very beginning, like Lord of the Rings. But
oh no, yeah, I don't know why people don't think to themselves like, hey, this could actually be good. Maybe let's spend a little extra money and try to get it out and be done and good.
Especially when there's kids involved. It's just, they're gonna look so different.
You are on such a fucking time crunch. And like, I don't know why no one realizes it.
Yeah. With this one, I'm not as worried.
Yeah, they showed him on set, and he's already, like, in the first season, he was like a baby, like, compared to the guys that played Katara and Sokka, and now he's completely taller than both of them.
I will say this, and I think this I brought this up last season, and this is a small thing, but it is one of the few things of One Piece that I've seen. Because Alvida was the first villain that they had in that first episode. And same with the live action series and stuff like that. And I was aware of the fact that she goes through a character design change later in One Piece. And we get that this season. It reinforces my argument that they should have put her in a fat suit for the season 1.
Why? What?
Because the change is not that drastic. She was...
I could tell the difference. She lost a lot of weight.
I could see that she lost a little weight, but she didn't have that much on her to begin with.
Oh, I see.
Like, okay, she's... Like, in season 1, I'm like, alright, she's not a size 2.
I mean, it definitely was not like the anime. I mean, where she looks exaggerated, you know?
I gotta be real with you. I would have loved to have seen her in fat bastard makeup, like from Austin Powers. And then she shows up in season 2, it's like, holy shit, she's hot!
I think people, like, try to avoid fat suits nowadays.
I know, but if you're gonna be that kind of character, can't you get a pass with it a little bit?
I know what you're saying, but maybe they just wanted to do it naturally, which I could still see a difference. I think it was fun.
I think it was a bit of a difference, but it's not like, I was like, oh, you lost 10 pounds. Good for you. Instead of like, holy crap, you're a different person.
Hey, we don't know. We can't speak on what this girl did. I don't know. I don't know anything about her weight.
Here's the thing. She looks good now. She looks good then. My problem is she looks good then and she shouldn't have.
Yeah, she did say that she lost weight specifically for this character's reappearance.
Yeah, she worked hard.
Great.
We should applaud her.
And I do. I wish it would have been more of a drastic change. I wanted like a completely crazy change. We live in this is a crazy universe that they're in. Let it be a crazy change.
I don't think it's that relevant.
I know, it's just a little thing. But I would like to say, Hippo Dude looked ridiculous in this. Metal Mouth, like, big guy, whatever was going on with him. Why couldn't Alvida be that, like, over the top out the gate? Maybe it was an investment thing. She wasn't going to be in it that much, so they didn't want to put that much into
her
it.
Costume and everything looked ridiculous.
Yeah,
you just wanted her to be
everyone's
bigger.
Costume looked. Yeah, do you remember her in the first episode of the show?
I know, but it's like
she's wider than she is tall.
I just take it as it's a live action. It's not trying to be that goofy, you know.
And yet we are talking about it works because it is trying to be that goofy.
You know, like. You don't have to be like that exaggerated about like weight and stuff. I don't know. I don't think it was a bad thing that she looked like a real person.
It's not about weight. It's just about if you're gonna be a ridiculous world, let's get really freaking ridiculous. I'm gonna throw it out.
She already looks silly though.
I'm just gonna say
like her costume looks silly already.
Because I know that there's some characters who come up that are pretty ridiculous looking. What's it? The robot arm guy. I think his name is Frankie. He better not look like a normal person.
No, but
I want him to look so nuts.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's like I think exaggeration with the costumes and stuff is fine, but I don't think her weight should matter. Is what I'm saying in terms of zaniness. I think like costumes being zany is fun then.
Right. Here's the real question: when they eventually get to Brook, are they going to make him a CG skeleton, or are they actually going to get a practical skeleton to move around?
I would
claymation.
It's a good question.
I think we should bring back the cab driver from Halloween Town, and that should be Brook.
Oh my god, just a puppet.
Honestly, you'd watch it.
Yes, it's probably going to be CGI based on like all the rest of the effects. So far.
I will throw out, Chopper's CGI.
Yeah.
Chopper was going to have to be CGI.
That would have been rough to puppet Chopper the entire time, for sure.
But would it be as rough to have to puppet just a skeleton that doesn't have as many facial expressions?
I just don't think they'll do it. Like, based on what they've been doing thus far, I just imagine they'll do CGI. I'm sure it'll look fine. But I would love to see practical effects with it, but I just doubt that they'll do it, knowing Netflix and knowing the production so far.
I'll throw out, from what I've seen of the character, he's completely clothed and he has hair and a hat and all that sort of stuff. All you'd really have to do is put some dots on a guy's face and like little skeleton hand gloves, and I think you're fine.
Oh, for the CGI?
Yeah, I don't think
you do that much.
I think you do about as much as you had to like CGI Deadpool's face.
Yeah.
In those movies, it's still a lot of like him flipping around and actually doing stuff on set.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that could be the way to go.
I think that part with the whale and stuff was kind of interesting. I like the guy's song and the actor that they chose for him, so I'm interested to see where that goes.
Yeah, that was nice. It was
I thought
the
the whale was cute and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they do a good job of presenting the stuff, but again, it also, I hate to keep bringing it up, it makes me kind of want to, I'd like to watch this for 30 episodes. Thank you.
I think you should watch the anime.
I think this is just what it's confirmed. I should watch the anime.
Yeah.
I will say too, I didn't know anything, so after the season ended, I looked up, the changes with the casting, and pretty much Oda recommended everybody for the cast. I will say Miss Golden Week, the girl with the paint, they changed her because in the anime she was actually a kid, whereas in this one they made her an adult.
Yeah,
I was thinking she seemed like a kid for sure.
And I'm like, this felt kind of weird because I don't know what they did with her with the camera, but it didn't make her look flat. I'm not trying to be sexist, but the way that they angled her and the way they modeled her, it didn't make her look good for some reason. I don't know. I can't really explain it.
I think part of it, well, I think one, aging her up just makes sense from a logistics standpoint. Kids got a whole bunch of different things as far as how many hours you're allowed to actually have them on set and do a bunch of other stuff, and that's going to cause a nightmare for a bunch of things. So having her aged up a little bit makes sense. I think what they were trying to do is, because her whole thing, her powers and everything are very much we're distorting perception and reality around people a little bit. We're really fucking with your heads. I think they were trying to reflect that in the camera work a little bit. But that's just me.
Yeah. The biggest laugh I got out of this season was probably the moment where Sanji took on the two animals, and you just see that fight in the background while the phone was ringing.
Yeah, the show's got a decent sense of humor. I do like that. Gotta say, though, best line was so it's a girl whale. They did good. He's getting better.
Again, I don't know if
he is a good actor, but I think his English is getting better. And I think his timing in English is getting better.
I don't know if they meant to do a Monster House reference, but I appreciate that because I think it's an underappreciated classic.
It is.
Yes.
It should have won the Oscar that year, in my opinion.
All right, I'm trying to think of anything else we should talk about. Anyone have any other opinions?
I'm looking forward to next year for next season.
I think I'm looking more forward to that season maybe than this season. I think I liked season 1 better, but this is still a yay. If you liked the first one, you're gonna like this one. If you didn't, you're not. It's more of the same, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, I would still give this one a light yay. I enjoyed it. I thought it had a lot of fun parts. I liked the dynamics between them. I think overall, yes, it's very different from the manga, and you might not like it if you're a huge fan of the manga and the anime, but you might also. I've seen a lot of people who are diehard fans of the manga and anime who really like it as well, so just depends, I think, but I enjoy it, and I think I do want to continue reading the manga, because I enjoy the manga as well, but it is different, but I think the live action still does it in a good way, so light yay.
Question for you, because I know you're a fan of some other properties that have interesting takes on adaptations. Would you say this is similar to Constantine?
What do you mean?
The movie versus the comic.
No.
Okay.
I think the movie for Constantine, and they did wrongfully call him Constantine.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling it the movie that.
I think it misunderstood everything about Hellblazer, and Constantine as a character was completely off. So I liked it before I read Hellblazer. And I think as a movie separate from any lore for Hellblazer and Constantine, it's fine. It's good. It's fun. But it's it doesn't understand the comics at all. I'm gonna not go, I could go off on it forever, so I'm not gonna go off on it. But
okay,
this is different. You can tell fans made it and that they actually like and appreciate the source material.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're gonna have a month coming up at some point where you get to recommend something. And nothing for nothing, Constantine is basically anime.
Oh my god, I would be anti-recommending it though.
Oh,
I would just be ranting.
So you'd be doing a CC month.
Not to that extent.
Sorry, Envy, you go.
But real quick, is it a Berenstein Bears thing all over again? Am I pronouncing it wrong this entire time? Is it Constantine, not Constantine?
So it's Constantine is how you pronounce the comic book character's name, John Constantine. But Constantine is how they often pronounce it in a lot of media, like the live-action Keanu Reeves movie.
Did they say that in the DC animated universe movies too?
I don't remember how they say it. Do they say Constantine or Constantine? I don't remember.
I imagine they would go lore accurate with it.
But they might not know. They might not know that part where he corrects somebody. I don't know.
It's one of the main things he says sometimes whenever someone meets it.
I don't remember about the cartoons.
I just thought about that. It's like, I've never heard it pronounced Constantine before. I've always heard it Constantine, so I guess I've been wrong for you.
Just call him John.
Yeah, you could just say John, I guess.
Damn it, John.
But yeah, as far as this show, it's a high A for me. Like I said, I may be the wrong person to give an opinion because, again, I never really read the manga and I have very limited exposure to the anime. But hey, it did its job. It got me interested in the world and the universe, and that's definitely something. And I can definitely say that, well, you can probably have nitpicks and you can have, complaints. It's still a pretty damn good adaptation and a pretty good faithful adaptation, because we certainly have had worse with anime.
Don't we know it?
Yes.
So I mean, like it's the right people, the right actors, and the creator himself giving his blessing. So I mean, what more can you want?
See, now I'm trying to think of what I want. More hot people. I want more hot people.
You want Taz Skylar and the actress that plays Robin in a room together with you.
I'll settle for Taz Skylar just making me dinner.
Oh, God.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be doing a couple more things, kind of similar to this, some more Netflix-based stuff, purely because we needed a theme for the month after watching this. But that's fine, because there's other things that Netflix has brought to us, or at least distributed to us. I'm not going to say that they make everything that they do, because they don't. They just like slapping their names on some things every now and then. But I like that they slap their name on next week's thing, because I found out about this. I knew about it. I did not get into it until very recently, and I fucking love it. We're watching Blue Eye Samurai next week. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm fully ready to just rewatch the entire first season, because I know the second season's coming out this year. Anywho, looking forward to that. We'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoy this video, give us a like, and if you haven't already, check out some of our previous episodes, our daily gaming videos, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!